Hello, my dear students. My name is Alicia Hashmi, and today we will be doing our fifth unit of Entrepreneurship Development and Management as per the university syllabus. This unit is all about entrepreneur support system which you get from government when you actually start your entrepreneurship or any firm. So, why do you need government support? Because continuous flow of funds is not available to every entrepreneur. So for that, not it is actually needed for not only setting up the business but also for successful operation and scaling up the unit. So basically, government actually takes several steps, like it has set up various banks and financial institutions which help the growing entrepreneurs. Then certain policies and schemes are also made so that it help the entrepreneurs to set up business. It actually encourages more and more entrepreneurships. Then there are certain small scale industry which need credit support also, and recognizing the same need, the government of India has come together with state governments and has formulated various policy packages which has certain schemes and funds for their growth and development. Then what are the regulatory organizations? There are three regulatory organizations. One is DIC, which is District Industrial Center. Then there is Industrial Development Corporation, State Financial Corporations. When you talk about District Industry Center, this program was started by central government in 1978, and the objective was to promote small cottage and village industries to make them well equipped with all the necessary services and facilities at the same place. Then basic objectives are to accelerate the overall efforts for industrialization of the district. Rural industrialization is encouraged by development of rural industries and handicraft, attainment of economic equality in various regions of the district, then providing benefit of the government scheme to the new entrepreneurs, and centralization of procedures required to start a new industrial unit, and minimization of efforts so that all the entrepreneurs of small industry can get all the facilities of granting of permission, licenses, registration at one single place. Then what do the DIC actually do? It implement various schemes and programs for employment generation and welfare schemes, coordination and liaison with various district bodies, assisting other government departments with regard to industrial information and survey, conducts promotional programs, opportunity guidance to entrepreneurs. There are times when entrepreneurs are not able to take out proper carry out proper research to obtain the opportunity status, so they guide them in that. Then they compile various information about where the materials and raw materials and how they can be available. Manpower assessment is done by DIC, and availability of infrastructure facilities like quality testing, R&D, transport, etc. is also done by DIC. Then it provides information about various government schemes, subsidies. It advises entrepreneurs on investments. It acts as a link between entrepreneurs and the bank. Various government schemes are implemented by DIC. Also, it assists the entrepreneur to procure imported machinery. It organizes fairs and marketing outlets. Then when you talk about Madhya Pradesh has Madhya Pradesh Financial Corporation, which is by state of Madhya Pradesh, and is engaged in providing financial assistance to small and medium industry. The assistance has been extended in the form of wide range of funds and non-funds based services and schemes. For example, availability of labor, availability of raw material in case any guidance is required. Then there are certain fund-based scheme like term loan, equipment finance, access, asset credit, short-term loan, etc. And non-fund based schemes include credit syndication, public issue appraisal, corporate advisory services. Now, when we talk about state small industry, Development Corporation. This was set up in various states under Companies Act 1956, and this is basically this as a state government undertaking to cater to primary development needs of small village industries. So basically, when you'll see, these are regulatory bodies, and they do one and the same thing. They help in greater operational flexibility, and they take up various activities for the benefit of small sectors. What are the basic function? They distribute and procure scarce raw materials, then to supply machinery on hire purchase system, provide assistance for marketing of small scale products and industries. It helps in constructing industrial estates, sheds, providing infrastructure facilities, and then in case any capital assistance is needed, it helps that also in on behalf of state government. Then there are some development organization. First is Khadi Village Industry Commission, then MP Finance Corporation, scheduled banks. Now when you talk about Khadi and Village Industry Commission, it was establishment by an act of parliament in 1957, and all Khadi, India Khadi and Village Industry Board, it took over former. So what was their objective? Basically to generate employment and to generate entrepreneurship availability, achieve the goal of rural industrialization, mobilize bank finance, to bring about regional balance in assisting cottage and village industry, to assist the artisans by way of providing machinery and raw materials. When we talk about scheduled banks, these are banks which have been included in second schedule of Reserve Bank of India Act 1934. In this, they basically are laid down under the section 42(6) of the Act. The banks included in scheduled bank list should fulfill two conditions. First, the paid capital and collected funds of the bank should be not less than 5 lakhs, and any activity of the bank should not adversely affect the interest of the depositors. Now there are various financial institutions also, like SBI is there, then IDBI, IFSCI. These are all the banks which actually help. These are basically public sector banks, and they are major source of financial assistance to the industrial sector. In this, they extend credit support in terms of loans, advances, discounting bills, project financing, etc. to the entrepreneurs. Then there was a state credit plan 2014 and 15, which was led by RBI and NABARD. The Directorate of Institutional Finance is undertaking an exercise to coordinate plans, which helps into credit linked government sponsored scheme. This edition of the credit plan of the year includes 39 schemes sponsored by 17 agencies, representing an outlay of 6,563.02 crores. Now there is NSIC, which is National Small Industries Corporation Limited. Now this was certified Government of India enterprise, and this is basically fulfill its mission of promoting, aiding and fostering growth of small scale industry related to micro, small and medium enterprise. Various schemes that it offers: marketing assistance is given by it, bank credit facilitation, performance and credit ratings, raw material assistance, single point registration, wherein you go to just one place and all the registration procedure is completed there only, marketing intelligence, bill discounting and infrastructure facilities. Now they basically provide technical support. They give entrepreneurship orientation program, wherein students can become entrepreneurs. They motivate students giving through programs. Then there is SIDBI, which is another bank, or you can say which help basically in financing and development of small medium enterprise, and it coordinates between the functions of institution engaged in similar activities. It provides financial support to National Small Industry Corporation also for providing leasing, hire purchase and marketing support for industrial units. Then comes NABARD. NABARD Bank is for agriculture and rural development. It has headquarters based in Mumbai and other branches all over the country. Basically, on 12th July 1982, it came into existence by transferring the agricultural credit functions of RBI and refinance function of the Agricultural Refinance and Development Corporation. NABARD has been working as a philosopher and guide for cooperatives and has taken initiative since inception to make cooperatives strong and vibrant. Its mission is basically to promote agriculture and rural perspective through effective credit based services, support development, and other initiatives have been taken. There are certain special projects also like Kisan Credit Card, wherein they issue Kisan Credit Card on the debit card basically, which can be used by the farmers. Then there are core banking solution which is given here. NABARD has also taken initiatives wherein it supports the producer organization in adopting a flexible approach to meet needs of the producers. So, how did basically all the type of producers, whether sellers, also they are helping them out. Investment in venture capitalist fund objective, they have actually encouraged entrepreneurship and innovation. And according to SEBI, the venture capital fund should be registered and should have a finished copy of certificate and should be agriculture, agro processing, and rural area focused. Then there is a special economic zone, which is the last topic of this particular unit. Now, special economic zone is basically a geographical region wherein economic laws are more liberal than the country domestic economic laws, and India has specific laws for these special economic zones. Basically, the aim of these zones is to increase trade and increase investment, job creation, and effective administration. What are the incentives and facilities offered by special economic zone? Firstly, you get duty free import export, then 100% tax relaxation is there, then exemption from central sales tax, exemption from service taxes, and single window clearance for central and state level approvals. So in this particular region, if you go and function or if you go a trade, you get a lot of benefits, and you can easily get exempted from all the taxes, all which are actually incurred in other parts of the country. So with this we finish our fifth unit and the entire syllabus of entrepreneurship development and management. In case you have any kind of query, you can feel free to ask the doubts on to me, and I will get them cleared. Okay, thank you very much.